good for bigger streamers because like no one, like someone's watching their stream and they get into the same game, they can't like I just destroyed those kids. Yo, what is up guys? It is Noah or FX ready bringing you guys a brand new video, and today I'm bringing you guys the long awaited Fortnite highlight video. Before I say anything, make sure you guys follow my Twitch if you guys want to see me get gameplays live and stuff like that. We're gonna be going for some challenges, so make the videos more interesting. But I'm gonna break down this video into 4 categories, so I'll have the timestamp up on screen, so like each category will say how long it is if you want to skip to a certain category. First category will be building. I'll teach you how to build, like you already know how to build, but how to build correct and how to win more gunfights while building. I'll talk about bloom. If you don't know what bloom is, you definitely want to watch that section. Landing and skydiving, I'll give you tips on that. It's easy, you know how to skydive, but there's also more stuff you want to think about when you are landing and stuff like that. And then on the last section will be extra section, was just a bunch of extra tips that I'll give you guys. So each thing will show its time period on the screen. I'm just gonna hop into the first category, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, so the first category is building. In the background I have a couple of videos showing of me building, and I'll explain basically what I do and why I do it. So in the first clip you're seeing, I build walls around me when someone's shooting at me, and I build a staircase to get a vantage over him so I could see over the walls. If he didn't know that I was building, and I built all the way around me, so he's still crouching around trying to find a way in. If you know how to build, you have a huge advantage over your opponents, and it could most likely win you some gunfights. Also, when I'm challenging people head on and they're shooting at me, another thing I like to do is spam staircases down. So if you're running at someone, you build double staircase wide. The reason you do it double is because if they shoot one down, you still have the other one to hop on. So you usually build like it up 2 stories, and then you try to peek over and see if you can get the kill, because you have an uphill advantage and it's easier to get the headshot. So I'll show you guys some examples in the background, let you guys get a feel of how I play, and yeah. Alright, so the second section is bloom. I'm going to explain this and break it down into some photos just to help you guys get an understanding of what bloom is and how you can get around it to try to hit your shots more. So basically, imagine a circle. I'll have a picture on the screen now. Imagine a circle with a dot in it. The dot is the center of your crosshair. That's where you're aiming at. So basically, the bullet can go anywhere inside of that circle, and then the more you shoot, the bigger the circle gets and the more places the bullet can go. So that's why, you know, in some scenarios you'll be spraying at a guy and he's may be a little bit of distance away, but you're spraying at him and your bullets aren't hitting. You're like, why aren't these hitting? This is why, because the different directions the bullets can go can really throw you off. So what I usually do to prevent that from happening is I usually tap. I do not hold the trigger. You can hold the trigger if you're up close, but usually what I like to do is tap, kind of tap, like maybe take 3 shots, pause, take 3 shots, not like long pause, maybe like 3 seconds or so. But that's what bloom is, and I hope you guys can try to find your way around it, and yeah. Alright, so the next section is skydiving and landing. So I'm gonna have a map, just a basic map up on the screen now. You guys can see the map and you see where the bus is coming in from. And the first tip I'm gonna give you on landing is you want to land on the bigger side. So I'll have a picture up on the screen now. It will show a good side and a bad side. See, the left side on this map, just this is an example, that left side is a little bit bigger, more area, so the circle is most likely gonna be on that side. It's not guaranteed, but probably most of the circle is gonna be on that left side. So whenever you're coming in on the map, think about where you're coming in from, because say you're coming in from an angle like on the very corner, it's going to be on your left, and you wouldn't want to go on that corner probably because you're going to have to run all the way to the circle. So just think about which side, which area the bus is coming from. Alright, and I will give you another tip. This is more for like the newer people who haven't won a game yet. I imagine if you haven't won a game yet, I'm very sad for you, but basically I wouldn't recommend going to the places with names on the map. That's one opinion I have. If you're a little bit of a better player, yes, you can go to the bigger places, but this is more of, if you know what you're doing, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. So I would recommend, I put some check marks on the screen. These are some low-key places, and you can run some houses on the edge of the island and stuff like that. And then mostly a lot of people don't go there, so whenever you get down to the last couple of people and you just play it safe, you have a decent amount of loot. You probably would have had to fight maybe 1-2 squads, so you're most likely your whole team will be alive, and it's an easy dub for some players that aren't as good as other people. And then I have some places that are marked off as well, just showing you guys like places that you should not go, and some of the places you can go. It's up to you. If you have a good route, just go for it. This is just my personal opinions on where you should land and should not land if you are just beginning to play this game and you're not that good. Alright guys, so this is just an extra section. I can't really put any of this stuff into a category. I'm just gonna say some stuff and hope you guys, give you some extra tips. One big thing that I want to say is make sure you use cardinal directions when you call people out. That cardinal directions are the directions at the top. You can see like northeast, stuff like that. Call out with that, because if you say over here and your teammates look in the opposite direction, there's gonna be a lot of confusion. So I would definitely use the cardinal directions. If you don't, most people do, but some people just don't know about it really. Another tip was learn what guns you're good with. Learn if you're better with the pump, learn with the tactical, which gun do you prefer, and then just stick with that gun. Also, if you find a route that you guys like taking, if you guys want a couple games with it, you and your friends, or just you, need to stick to that route and just run that route constantly, because that's how you get wins. You get familiar to a route, you know the terrain, you know where the trees are, you know where the cover is, and it's just an overall, it's easier for you if you get into a gunfight with people, because you know what's up, like you know where everything is. So I usually run the same route every time, or near it. I usually pick 3 places that I usually go, so I know anywhere the bus comes in, I have those places, and I know that if we go there, that we're most likely going to win the game, because we have it set in stone and we know what we're doing. Alright, so the last tip I could give you is just to play smart. Say you guys are in a scenario where you're running and the storm's coming up behind you, and you guys see a squad in front of you. You don't have to shoot at that squad. You guys can play it smart and just don't challenge them, and wait till you guys get in the circle, and when you guys are set, you guys can go for the challenge. Or other scenarios, say a base is up on the hill, you guys see it, but they're spraying at someone else. If they're focused on someone else, that would be a good time to push that base, just build staircases up to it and chuck nades or something. Do something, because it's better for you, because they're focused on someone else and you have a better chance of winning that gunfight. You just gotta play smart, man. That's like the biggest tip I could give you. That might sound so generic. You just have to play smart. Don't make stupid plays. Don't rush at people by yourself when you have a whole squad. Challenge people with your squad. That's pretty much it. If you guys did find any of these tips useful, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Also follow my Twitch. That's pretty much it. I'm out. Peace.